Hey all, it's me, Art, with another Caffeinated Enrichment video, and here we go with the top 10 games of, well, the top games of 2020. There is 10 if you count MLB The Show 20, but I never do, as it's in one of my only games that's in the Hall of Fame. But now you're going to watch me play some Diamond Dynasty as I talk, and we will discuss it because this is, I know, a safe game to record. So that's why we're doing it. So we're going to do it that way. How's that sound? So, the first game I want to talk about is Prinny 1 on the Nintendo Switch. I love the Disgaea universe. The Disgaea SRPG strategy RPGs are some of my favorites, and the Prinny platformers, little known, I love platformers. I love them to death. I think they're amazing. I think they're great. They are more difficult for me to play and more difficult for me to platinum, but I love them nonetheless. So I really do love them, and I really do love platformers. And Prinny 1 and Prinny 2, excuse me, pardon me. Prinny 1 and Prinny 2 are some good platformers in one of my favorite video game universes of all time. So my next game I'm going to talk about is on the Nintendo Switch as well. And that is the game Paper Mario and the Origami King. I've been slow playing it pretty much since it came out because I love the Paper Mario franchise that much. Oh, I forgot to do that. I love the Paper Mario franchise that much. And it is a really fun treat to play. It was a nice respite from when we were on COVID lockdown. But game 3 is the game that truly saved my COVID lockdown time, and that was Doom Eternal. Now, granted, I haven't left the house much in almost a year, but Doom Eternal was an amazing game. I needed it to happen. It did happen. And I loved it to death. It needed to happen. It was amazing, and so it did happen. And it was a blast. It was exactly what I needed to blow off steam at that time. And it is in the vein of Doom 2016, so if you liked Doom 2016, you will absolutely adore Doom Eternal. If you haven't played it, it comes at the highest recommendation. Played that on the PS4 and loved it to death. Our fourth game we're going to speak on is The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I know this is divisive, and I know there are a lot of people that did not like this game, but I, for one, loved it for what it was. They told the narrative they wanted to tell, and therefore, it was a good game for what it was. Now, I understand completely if you did not like their story. I get that wholeheartedly. I'm right there with you. I can completely understand that. But I did enjoy and I did love their story. Their story was amazing. Their story was great. And it needed... I can't wait till The Last of Us Part 3, to be quite perfectly honest. I truly, truly cannot wait to The Last of Us Part 3. The next game that was an amazing game this year, a game that truly floored me, was Yakuza Like a Dragon. I love the Yakuza series. I just recently got into the Yakuza series, and I truly love the Yakuza series. And Like a Dragon melded my favorite genre, RPG, with my new fun favorite series, Yakuza. So that was amazing, and I still have a ways to go on it, but I love it to death. A review will be coming when I finish it, guaranteed. The next game I'm going to speak on and talk about was Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh my god, this was a lockdown game that I truly needed. I truly deserved. It was a game that I deserved, a game that I needed, and a game I loved. If you're wondering why I'm not showing a lot of these games, is because a lot of these games have special graphics when you record things that pop up over them. So that's why I'm not showing them right now. Look at that deep bomb. And that's why I'm not showing them right now. But the next game I'm going to talk about is, which by the way, Final Fantasy VII Remake, magnifique. I know it's only part 1, but truly, truly magnifique. Truly, truly fleshed out Midgard. Truly, truly the game I was hoping it would be. I know it's only part 1, and we're going to wait for part 2 even longer. That doesn't bother me. That was an amazing game, enjoyable game. If you want to see a review on that, leave a comment in the comments down below. Leave a comment in the comments down below if you want to see a review for any of these games that I haven't already reviewed. The next game that I want to speak on is Spider-Man Miles Morales. What a game that was. I played through it twice in order to plat it, because you had to play it through on New Game Plus 2 plat it. What a game that was. What an amazing game. What an amazing ride. Truly, truly one of the most fun games I played on my PS5. It ushered in the new generation for me. The new console generation, Generation 9. It's got a kick-ass beat soundtrack. Miles Morales, it plays differently, yet the same as Peter Parker. But he plays differently as he's got more rhythm, he's got more pizzazz, and it's a game that cannot be missed. I did review it on this channel, so go look it up on my video list if you haven't seen it already. What a great game. I also reviewed The Last of Us Part 2, I do believe, as well. So, and I streamed part of that on my streaming channel. Twitch.tv/Trigaris for those who don't know. I am on a streaming hiatus, though. I will be returning soon. Announcement coming on that very, very, very soon. Okay, the next game I want to talk about as we roll on here is, I want to talk about Astro's Playroom. What a game. It is the pack-in game that was with the PS5. It was completely free with the PS5. And what a truly fun and truly dynamic game it is. It's ripe with PlayStation nostalgia. It's ripe with fun. It's a fun little platformer. It is a truly groundbreaking free platformer. I don't know if they'll do this every time. I think they should. I don't know if they'll pack in a game every time. I think when you get a new console, you should pack in back in the game every time. But we'll see if they do. Now we're on to the last two games I want to speak on in this area. And the two games are this: Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the latest in the Assassin's Creed series. I got it for Christmas. I have not played it admittedly that much, but that's because when I play it fully and when I review it fully, I want to dive into it completely and dive into it with no holds barred, no regrets, and nothing else holding me back. I definitely want to dive into it and just sink myself and get lost in that world. Valhalla looks like it's going to be complete fun, complete and utter chaos, and just a hell of a lot of fun. Now, the last game, and I saved this game for last because in my opinion, it is my game of the year. It is my game of the year, and that game is none other than Ghost of Tsushima. And Ghost of Tsushima is going to get a review as soon as I finish it. It's probably going to get a special platinum review, to be honest with you. That's what I intend to do with it, is give it a platinum review. And so that's why I've been holding off. But that game is so much fun. Now I have one game that gets an honorable mention. And that game is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. The reason why it gets an honorable mention is it was re-released this year after being off sale for about 5 or 7 years. But it's amazing, it's great, and it needs to be played. It's a fun beat-em up, that you can co-op, either couch co-op or online co-op with, and it's only at regular price $14.99 plus tax. So it's on the inexpensive side of video games. So, that ends the list of the top video games of 2020. However, I want to give a special shout out to my new 9th console generation child, my PlayStation 5, which you all saw the unboxing and 1 month review of. I'm probably going to do a 6-month review when we get there. But I find that the only noise it makes is when it starts up and it runs the disk drive, and it's a mildly not very loud noise. It's the loudest noise on the system, but it's not very loud in that sense. So, and I love it. I've had a few game crashes when game crashes, but I've had a couple game crashes on the PS4 as well, so I think that's just par for the course. I really haven't had a system reboot crash, thankfully, knock on wood here. So I haven't had as many problems as other people have had, but I do tend to take care of my system, but I do have a fail-safe of having it under an extended warranty if something does happen, so I am covered on that end for definite sure. And I still have my PS4 too, so we're covered on both ends of that. But I love my PS5. But for those who can't find one, it's still okay to wait. You have nothing to worry about. Wait till it becomes even more stable and you feel completely comfortable with getting one. And with that said, I now say that I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and please ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And of course, these I am making a one-time exception for MLB The Show 21 since it's going multi-platform. It will be, even though it's in the Hall of Fame, it will be available and will probably take the top spot as long as they don't screw it up on next year's list. So be ready for that, be warned for that, and be ready for anything that may come up. But until next time, happy gaming. I'll see you again soon, and peace.